What is up, bros and broettes? I am Inkslasher, and today we've got a massive weapons patch in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. And this is actually a first for Call of Duty, I believe, ever for this to happen. The patch notes actually got released before the patch actually came out. So a couple months back, big YouTubers were complaining that there was no communication between the community and the developers themselves. And it really does seem like that's a thing that the developers are really working on and really improving on to be better than many other games that are out today, which is really awesome to see. So as far as when this patch is going to get released, my guess is that it's going to get released tomorrow, as every single Friday they add in a new game mode, which requires a hotfix. So it's possible that this could be added tomorrow. If not, a lot of the time patches come out on Tuesday, so it could be next Tuesday, but it should be out very soon. Now, the thing is, the real reason why they announced this patch early is because when they released it, it actually added some bugs in the game, so they took it out. They're going to fix it up. It is possible that they are going to add more to this when they eventually do release the patch, but as of right now, this is everything we know that's going to be changed in the game. Now, there's two big nerfs, the first of which is the KBAR. So the KBAR is going to have a slightly decreased 4-bullet hit kill range. So what that means is the amount of range you get a 4-bullet kill is going to be decreased. So you will sooner get a 5-bullet kill, whereas you normally get a 4-bullet kill there. This is not a huge nerf. It's going to affect the gun at that mid-range. However, it's not a huge nerf to the weapon whatsoever. That being said, though, I strongly believe that the KBAR will still be one of the better weapons of the game. I don't think this is a big enough nerf to completely take it off of the table. Up next, we've got a nerf to the big daddy of Infinite Warfare, the NV4. As we know, everyone always uses the NV4. Every single time we're in a match, there's at least 2, 3, 4 people using the NV4, and you just can't get away from it. So this nerf is going to add increased recoil to the NV4 while aiming down sights. So this isn't going to completely break the gun. It's still going to be a very good gun, because the thing with the NV4 is beforehand, you actually didn't have to use foregrip or anything like that, and you could still very easily control the recoil. I think the point of this patch is to make it so you have to use a foregrip or something like that to make it more competitive with the other weapons. I still think it will be a very good weapon, and it might need to be nerfed even more than this. Up next in the assault rifle department, the Type 2, and this one kind of shocked me because I already assumed the Type 2 is actually a pretty good weapon. So the Type 2 in AR mode is going to have slightly increased rate of fire and decreased aim down sights recoil. This is insane. So it's going to have less recoil and a faster fire rate in the assault rifle mode. The submachine gun mode, where you split it into 2 weapons, is already pretty damn good, and to add this weapon is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I'm really interested to see if this changes the meta, and now the top assault rifle that's being used is going to be the Type 2, because it very well might now. The final assault rifle buff goes out to the Volk, and this one's an interesting one because on paper the Volk should be one of the best assault rifles in the game. The reason why it's not is because the fire rate is very low. Therefore, if you miss a bullet, you are going to have trouble with that time to kill, because that time to kill is going to drop slower, and all of a sudden every other weapon kills you. The buff that the Volk is getting an increase to the 3-bullet hit kill range, so that 3-bullet kill is going to be a little bit longer. This isn't going to improve the weapon that much. The ways to improve this weapon would be 1, increasing the fire rate, or 2, decreasing the recoil, making it so you could be a little bit more accurate with it and then not miss those bullets that make this weapon bad. Technically, if you hit every single bullet with the Volk, it's one of the fastest killing assault rifles in the game. The problem is it has a lot of recoil, and as soon as you miss that bullet, it no longer is the fastest killing assault rifle. So this buff isn't going to improve what needs to be improved on the Volk. So I don't know if they're going to change this later or just leave it the way it is. It'll be interesting to see how this really changes the way people use the Volk. The only LMG that was touched was the Titan, and what it got was a slightly increased fire rate and an increase to the 4-bullet kill range. So this is going to make the Titan way more viable than it currently is. On top of that, I kind of think the Titan was one of the worst LMGs. However, I think this is going to greatly improve it. So in this patch, there were no SMGs that were actually changed at all. I don't know whether it's going to stay like this or whether they're going to address the SMGs in a separate patch. However, sniper rifles were changed pretty drastically. So first of all, the Widowmaker. So the Widowmaker got a little bit of a buff, reduced delay between bullets within the burst. So this isn't going to increase your fire rate. However, it will increase the distance between the 2 bullets coming out every time you pull the trigger. What this is going to do is just make the Widowmaker a little more reliable and more likely that both bullets hit the target you're shooting at. The DMR also got a little bit of a buff. It slightly decreased the time to aim down sight, so it has a little bit faster of an aim down sights time. This is good. Most sniper rifles in this game actually have a pretty slow aim down sights time, so it's always good to see a little buff like this. Also, the EBR 800 got 2 buffs. First of all, to assault rifle mode. So the assault rifle mode got increased to the 5 bullet kill hit range, so you will have more range where you get a 5 bullet kill, and also in sniper mode, it reduces the aim down sight sway speed. So what this means is while you're aiming down sights in sniper rifle mode, the sniper scope won't move around like crazy quite as much as it does right now. So some good news for snipers out there. So I think the biggest buff we've seen so far goes out to the Type 2, but the bigger one goes out to the Howitzer. So the Howitzer got buffed in every single which way. So the explosion radius is increased. The explosion damage is more consistent. I don't know why it wasn't consistent before, but apparently it wasn't. And also damage to score streaks increased. So the Howitzer literally getting buffed every way possible. So what you need to know about this is your score streaks should get taken down a little bit easier by people using the Howitzer. If you see someone with a Howitzer, it might actually be able to kill you now, because if you've ever tried using the Howitzer, it is hard to kill people with that weapon. It's not very good. However, now, it might actually be usable. Overall, though, I would have to say that this patch is definitely good for the community. We haven't really seen a big weapons patch up until this point in the game. This is really the first big one to change a whole bunch of different weapons. The ones that I think are definitely good are the KBAR Nerf, the NV4 Nerf. The Type 2 buff is really interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how good that weapon is now. And finally, the Volk one is weird. I don't think it'll improve the weapon the way people want it to, but once again, we'll have to wait and see. But if you guys enjoyed the video and found it informative, it would be fantastic if you could hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to the channel, I upload new Call of Duty videos every single day of the week, so that subscribe button is sitting there with your name on it if that sounds interesting to you. Also, you can check out my Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, all of that crap down in the description. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, guys, peace out.